Hello, everyone, and welcome to Awaaz 2022. My name is Swetha, and I'm one of the Awaaz co-chairs this year.
And I'm Akalash, the other Awaaz co-chair. We're so excited to welcome you to tonight's show. Awaaz is Diya's annual South Asian cultural showcase and our campus's largest student-run production. Tonight, you'll get to see 15 of Duke's performance groups showcasing their talents while also celebrating South Asian culture.
Our performers and speakers have put a lot of effort into this show, and we are so excited for you to see what they've put together. Our show tonight really goes to highlight how much Awaaz means to the members of our greater Duke community.
We also just wanted to express our gratitude to the people and groups who put in a ton of effort to make Awaaz 2022 possible. Thank you to our Diya exec members, Duke venues, Duke Conference and Event Services, Duke Dance Council, SOP, our MCs, all of the staff here at Page Auditorium, especially Leah Austin and her team, our team captains, and of course, all of the performers. We're so excited for tonight. Now let's welcome the Diya presidents, Malika Rawal and Krishna Patel.
Good evening, everyone, and get excited for the Awaaz 2022! Awaaz is now during the most special time of the year, and I'm Malika Rawal. I'm one of the co-presidents of Duke Diya.
And I'm Krishna Patel, the other co-president of Diya. We are beyond elated for everyone to watch the show tonight. First of all, thank you so much to Akhilesh and Swetha. The show would not be possible without all their tireless efforts. They're truly the backbone of the show, and we cannot say enough thanks.
Awaaz is one of the most special nights at Duke because not only do we get to see 15 amazing performances, but we get to share, celebrate, and showcase the amazing South Asian culture at campus. Every single member of Diya's exec board has played an instrumental role behind the scenes in planning for Awaaz.
We would love to introduce them and thank them for all that they've done.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rishi. I'm a senior, and so excited to be here.
Hey guys, I'm Naveen Siva. I'm a sophomore, and I'm cultural chair.
Hi everyone, I'm Anjali. I'm a freshman, and I'm a first-year rep.
Hey everyone, my name is Stalin. I'm a senior, and I'm the internal vice president.
Hi, I'm Hishi. I'm a sophomore, and I'm community chair.
Hi, I'm Isa. I'm a freshman and I'm a first-year rep.
Hi, I'm Uha. I'm a junior, and I'm treasurer. Hi everyone, I'm Arushi. I'm a senior, and I'm the marketing and communications chair.
Hi everyone, I'm Sanjit. I'm a junior, and I'm the political chair.
Hi, I'm Awaaz. I'm a junior, and I'm the external vice president.
Hi everyone, I'm Dipali. I'm a junior, and I'm social co-chair.
Hi everyone, I'm Akriti. I'm a sophomore and I'm cultural chair.
We also wanted to take a moment to introduce our charity partner for this year's Awaaz. Our charity partner is Kiran. Kiran is a nonprofit organization that serves and empowers South Asian victims and survivors of domestic violence who reside in North Carolina. Their mission is so important, and their pledge to provide social, economic, and community resources is a testament to the organization's amazing work in our state. If you would like to donate to Kiran's cause, please look in your program to do so at some point during the show.
Now get hyped for Awaaz, the adventures of Sheila Holmes.
On a cold November morning, Manjanti noticed her son did not return her daily 7 a.m. FaceTime call. Rohan was a good son. He was chapter president of his DECA team in high school. He was a proud member of NSHSS, and he got passing grades. Manjanti didn't know what to do, so she called the best detectives she could find on WhatsApp to handle her case.
Sheila, we've got a case.
Are you wearing sunglasses? Dramatic effect. What are these? So we had the victim's mother.
Nahi! My Rohan Beta doesn't send us pictures of his tandoor meals anymore. What if someone kidnapped him? Or worse, what if he forgot to do it office hours?
There's his best friend.
Yo, Manjula auntie. He's so fine. He's probably just out getting picked up with his podcast.
There's no way Reneganti and Ranjungle don't know what's going on.
Definitely.
He was a good boy. He was like the son I never had.
I hope they find him. I need help setting up my smart fridge.
Any love interest in the picture? Something like that?
Yo, Priya and Rohan are so a thing.
Wait, who the is Rohan? So got our work cut out of us. Kinda.
Now the scene is set. You know the suspects. What happened to our dear Rohan? Was it his mother? Was it his frat brothers? Come to Awaaz in December to find out.
This is Rohan. Before he disappeared, he was the star in his mother's life. He's not that great, but his mother had no other children to compare him to.
Yo, what the hell?
Rohan is failing most of his classes, and he claims he's a student athlete on his Instagram bio, but he really just plays IM volleyball. Now we meet Sheila and Watson.
Wait, where's Sheila? This case is elementary, my dear Watson.
Well, you may be wondering what their qualifications are. Sheila watched Scooby-Doo as a child, and Watson applied to an internship on Handshake.
Hey, I took an intro to forensics class in high school.
She got a B- in that class.
I was just a freshman. Some freshmen are talented. Please welcome the first year dance. Auntie, calm down. Let's start from the beginning.
Rohan, my perfect butcha is nowhere to be found. He's in college now, and he hasn't picked up his phone in 3 whole hours. Naturally, I called every single one of his friends, his professors, and his RA, and no one seems to know where he is. Sheila, Watson, you have to help me.
Don't worry, Auntie. I promise you we're on the case.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Okay, I mean, where could he be? Oh, I think I remember he was on an a cappella team. Let's see if we can find him in our next performance. Please welcome to the stage the premiere performance of our new South Asian a cappella team, Duk Diwana.
एक सावर से लड़की बावर सी गुस्से में पड़ते से काबत सी जो मेरा जिक्र सुने भूल से भी तरकीबों से दिल हो नापती सी चलती हो जिंदगी की कश्तियां पीछे भी वो लड़की मिल जाए तो कहना वो लड़की मिल जाए तो कहना Beautiful sea, I choose to be happy. You and I, like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see. Vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. You're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the light inside to shine bright. Tonight, you and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Eye to eye, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. तेरे लिए हिजिया में खुद को जो यूं दे दिया है तेरी वफा ने मुझको संभाला सारे गमों को दिल से निकाला तेरे साथ मेरा है नसीब जुड़ा तुझे पाके अधूरा न रहा क्योंकि तुम ही हो अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी अब तुम ही हो चैन भी मेरा दर्द भी मेरी आशिकी क्योंकि तुम ही हो अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी अब तुम ही हो चैन भी मेरा दर्द भी मेरी आशिकी अब तुम ही हो Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Okay, so he wasn't there.
Yeah, no shit, Sheila.
Tension is brewing.
Okay. I mean, where else do you think he could be?
Well, it says here he's on a classical dance team.
He dances too?
Apparently.
Wait, where are you getting this?
His LinkedIn.
He's lying.
He has premium.
Well, unlike our detectives, this next group knows what they're doing. Give it up for Duke Lucia.
My nail tech knows how to keep a little secret. I don't wish for my success, I'm speaking. I caught a buzz and you did too, you tweaking. I look like I've been getting money, how reeking. You smell me, that's LV. Walk around with my chest out and my skin smooth, I'm healthy. I'm in a mix and I'm handshaking, but most of y'all can't help it. Most of y'all ain't welcome. Most of y'all just dress like it. I caught the vibe that y'all giving off and I'm trying to make myself less like it. This chick got a little...
నిరంతరం నీకు నివాళినివ్వాలని నాలో ఆవేదనే నువ్వు ఆదరించేలా నివేదనవ్వాలని దేహమునే కోవెలగా నిన్ను కొలువుంచా జీవముతో భావముతో సేవలు చేసా ప్రతి ఋతువు ప్రతి కృతువు నీవని ఎంచా సతతము నీ స్మరణే ధీం తానా చేతులతో ప్రాణమే నాట్యం చేసే గతులతో నామశతం మూల నతులతో నాపైన నీ చూపు ఆపేలా
I get it, I know you got some other you want it, I get it. You needed someone that could prove you wrong, so I reckon you leave all of your problems at the door to my city. You gon' need to tell my brothers where you from, and I admit it. I still got empathy, and you gon' feel it for 2 weeks. And I believe you in them streets to keep my meaning discreet, keep the cleaning, my Jeep and put that Yeezy in your teeth. Let my Jeeps off they leashes if you even think to speak. I'ma give all the meaning when you said you live in a dream. We could keep it sleeping, you gon' laugh at all your G's. Count them cheap. Time by Z, R.I.P. Dog, player, I get it. Fraud, player, I get it. You with me, you with me.
Okay, so my methods are clearly not working. Let's ask around the community. Let's talk to our first witnesses. Come on.
And then Nikhil ran away to Europe to find himself, but instead he's just finding goodies.
Oh, okay. Renika Auntie, Rajesh Uncle, you guys are our best informants. Rohan has gone missing. Where do you think we could find him? What do you know about him?
What do we not know about Rohan? He's a very bright boy. But I heard he failed organic chemistry and started skateboarding. He probably has brain damage from that now, which would explain his behavior these last few weeks. But before that, he was like the son I never had.
They have 3 sons, all of whom sell crypto.
You know what? You're so right. And he's not even involved in the community. But speaking of the community, please welcome the community dance.
గాలివాలుగా ఓ గులాబివాలి గాయమైనది నా గుండెకి తగిలి తప్పించిపోనా ప్రతి క్షణం ఇలాగ నీ కోసం ఎన్నాలింకా ఊరికే ఊహల్లో ఉంటాం పెంకి పిల్ల సరే ఇంకా మానుకో ముందు వెనక చూసుకొని పంతం ఆలోచిద్దాం చక్కగా కూర్చొని చేర్చిద్దాం చాలు యుద్ధం రాజీ కొద్దాం ఒత్తిగా కలిసొస్తే నీకేవి కంట కష్టం నడిచే హరి పిల్ల నన్ను నువ్వు పిల్ల గురి పెడుతుంటే ఎలా సుకుమారి సొగసునలా ఒంటరిగా వదలాలా ఏం చెయ్యాలో లేగాలి వాలుగా
கோச்சிட்டு போதியா
நிருமா வைத்திஸ் குருமா மெல்ல நடமா ஐயோ என்றமா வாயாடி மீன் வாடி பாடி பாப்போம் விளையாடி
See, that boy clearly does not do anything for the community.
Okay, we need to narrow down our sources of witnesses. Do you guys have any other kinds of information?
Oh, wait. Manjula auntie was recently telling me that Rohan had just joined a highly esteemed and reputable community.
A brotherhood.
What was it called again?
Pi Cap.
It could have been worse. They could have said KA.
Oh wow, the best organization on campus. Watson, I guess we need to take a swing at this lead. Please welcome Duke Swing!
पान में पुदीना देगा नाक का नागिना देगा चिकनी चमेली देखी चिकना कमीना देखा चांदनी चिटर होके चीट किया तो सारे तारे बोले गिली गिली अक्खा मेरी बात तेरी बात ज्यादा बातें बुरी बात थाली में कटोरा लेकर आलू भात मूड़ी भात मेरे भी जो किसी ने रिपीट किया तो साला मैंने तेरे मुंह पे मारा मुक्का छोड़ना जाने ना बदतमीज दिल बदतमीज दिल बदतमीज दिल माने ना बदतमीज दिल बदतमीज दिल बदतमीज दिल माने ना माने ना
जगमगाती लड़कियां ये झिलमिलाती लड़कियां जिनके दीवाने तुम भी तो हो हंसती गाती लड़कियां खिलखिलाती लड़कियां चाहती सब क्या है ये सुनो इन सब के मन इनकी धड़कन सुनो जरा सपने क्या है इन आँखों में दिल में है क्या अरमान Girls like to swing. जरा आगे निकल के नए रंगों में ढल के अंदाज बदल के मस्ती में हसीना जीवन रस पीना ये बात हुई ना जश्न हो गीतों की बरसात हो गाए पल पल ये जिंदगी पिघले पिघले तन बदन खोया खोया सा हो ये मन छाए छाए हो दिलकशी हो थर थरा हट सी हो सनसनाहट सी किस
girls like to swing.
Sheila and Watson were stumped. Watson began to regret not taking that job at McKinsey. They searched the historic halls of the Pie Cap House to find Rohan's best friend for more clues.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Sup? I'm Chad.
I believe it's Judd Breath.
Nah, bro. I go by Chad, also known as president of PyCat. Yo, cops! Wait, guys, hide the alk. We don't have anything illegal here.
No. We're just private detectives.
Oh, word? In that case, y'all want a drink? We got crat or crack.
Sure, why not? Concentrate.
Right. When's the last time you saw Rohan?
Yo, I've been looking for my guy Brohan since the rager at the barn a few nights ago. My guy was pulling. He was freestyling with all the ladies, even with a girlfriend.
Interesting. Watson, do you have anything to knock me out with?
A Dondia stick could do the job. Introducing DBS Ross.
She like the way शंकर ने रटीले भोला शंभू ने रटीले भोला शंकर ने रटीले भोला शंभू ने रटीले छोड़ दूजा पाठ दीना नाथ रटीले छोड़ दूजा पाठ दीना नाथ रटीले शंकर ने रटीले भोला शंभू ने रटीले भोला.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville, and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch, she look like she go.
Yo, are you a jalebi? Because there's nothing sweeter than you.
Wait, stop.
Life without you is like a samosa without chutney.
Oh my god.
You put the desi in desirable.
Okay, I literally cannot watch this anymore. I'm sorry. We're not getting anywhere with that.
I thought we were getting somewhere.
The flirting is really picking up momentum. Speaking of, welcome momentum.
ਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਨਾ ਸੂਰਜ ਤੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਚੰਨ ਦਾਗੀ ਤਾਰੇ ਪੱਥਰ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਮੁੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਥਾਂ ਰੁਲਦੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਲੋਹਾ ਪਾਰ ਲਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇੱਕ ਚੰਦਨ ਦੀ ਲੱਕੜ ਨੇ ਲੋਹਾ ਪਾਰ ਲਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇੱਕ ਚੰਦਨ ਦੀ ਲੱਕੜ ਨੇ ਬਾਂਹ ਤੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਵੇਖਾਂ ਨਾਲੇ ਚੁੰਮਾ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਸੁਰਤ ਭੁਲਾਤੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਖਰ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਸੁਰਤ ਭੁਲਾਤੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਖਰ ਨੇ
Sheila and Watson went to go talk to Rajesh uncle, who was angrily watching the Cricket World Cup.
How are we losing to England? If I was there, we would be crushing them.
Unfortunately for Rajesh uncle, software engineers are not historically the most athletic people.
Rajesh uncle, one. One, are you okay? Two, do you have any other sources we can ask for information?
Fine. Why don't you ask Priya, Rohan's girlfriend?
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll go find her next.
Chakka!
Speaking of explosive hits, please welcome Damaka.
so brave of you to be dancing while the cops are after you.
Dude, thank you so much for letting me. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, hiding out at the bike gap house. Can't believe my mom got the cops following me.
Oh, me. I wish those baddie cops were following me. But they think you've been kidnapped.
Soon they'll know the truth.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
We have the amazing honor of being able to start off the second half of Awaaz with our guest speaker, Mr. Thakur Mishra. Mr. Mishra was only 7 years old when he, along with his family, were evicted from Bhutan. Mr. Mishra lived in a refugee camp in Nepal for close to 20 years before being resettled in the Bronx in New York City. He has worked at the Carolina Refugee Resettlement Agency since 2011 in various capacities, having previously served as a caseworker, case manager, and now program coordinator.
The CRRA's mission is to enable all refugees and asylees to become self-sufficient in the United States by providing resettlement services, employment services, and immigration services, along with connecting refugees and asylees to other service agencies in the Charlotte area. Mr. Mishra has also appeared in various international media, including the Wall Street Journal, Al Jazeera America, The Diplomat, and Global Post, with articles aimed at advocating for refugees.
Mr. Mishra also holds his first bachelor's degree in journalism and mass communications from Nepal and a second bachelor's degree in international studies from UNC Charlotte.
Please give Mr. Mishra a warm welcome.
Namaste, everyone. Well, first of all, thank you, Mallika, Krishna, and your entire team for inviting me to speak here tonight. And thank you for that beautiful introduction. I was born in Bhutan, a tiny country about the size of Indiana. It is sandwiched between China and India. Some people believe that Bhutan is one of the happiest countries on the planet, that it's the last Shangri-La. Bhutan claims it measures the well-being of its citizens in terms of what is called as gross national happiness. Sadly, in the late 1980s, the government adopted a policy called One Nation, One People. And this policy was adopted to cement that belief of monocultural philosophy aligned with that of the ruling elite. My family had been in Bhutan for 4 generations. Once the government enacted the policy, those who did not like it stood in opposition. Soon, the government started cracking down on those protesting the One Nation, One People policy. My father was not spared. One winter afternoon in 1991, around a dozen armed security personnel burst into our 2-story house as we were eating lunch. I was barely 8 years old. They seized all our important documents, including our citizenship certificates. Many other families suffered the same fate. The male members in the family were imprisoned and tortured, while many women were sexually assaulted by the armed security forces. Houses were burned down. Schools were closed and turned into army barracks overnight. The Nepali language was removed from the schools. My father was imprisoned for about a month at a local school that had just turned into a temporary detention facility. It was the same school I had started to attend. My father was mostly confined to a congested room. He often shares horrific stories of how the police authority tormented him both physically and mentally during his time in jail. On the day of his release, he was forced at gunpoint to sign what was called a voluntary migration form. The form was written in Jongha, a language he did not understand. This was the same story of many other neighbors as well at that time. My father signed the form only to discover the next day that we had to leave the country within 3 days. We packed what we could. We set free dozens of cattle, mostly cows, sheep, goats, and buffaloes on the grazing field. I asked my mother when we would return home. I then put it inside. She said it would be about a month. I still recall wrapping my books and other stationery in the plastic bag. I then put it inside a wooden box. The box was inside our house. I wanted to stash my belongings so I could use it upon returning home in about a month. After several days of walking and a day spent riding in a lorry truck, we reached a refugee camp in Nepal, about 300 miles away from my home. Although India shares an immediate border and is the largest democracy of the world, ironically, it paid deaf ears to the atrocities in Bhutan, let alone providing refuge to those evictees. In Nepal, a ramshackle tent-like house inside a refugee camp became my home for nearly 2 decades. The UN Refugee Agency administered these refugee camps. My large family shared a barely 300 square foot of space. There was a deprivation of basic needs, including electricity, privacy, security, and access to healthy foods. Bhutan evicted close to 100,000 Nepali-speaking people at that time. And since Nepal would not accept us officially, 7 refugee camps were set up in Nepal. During the initial settlement of the refugee camp, when the UN Refugee Agency was not involved, many people died because of the lack of primary health care facilities. My 2-year-old niece died of pneumonia, an easily curable infection had there been a basic healthcare system in the first place. One of my interns recently asked me what it feels like to have lived in a refugee camp for such a long time. I responded to her that it was stressful. She quickly pointed to my bald head and replied, "Well, that explains it all." Those of us who managed to survive these terrible living conditions were lucky to go to school managed by the UN's Refugee Agency and another non-profit organization called Caritas Nepal. For me and many others, a pair of shoes would have been an immense luxury. I studied up to 10th grade in the refugee camp school, even without a pair of shoes on my feet. A few pairs of flip-flops got me through the misty winters. When not in school, I often played soccer made up of plastic and pieces of used clothes with my friends. I still recall writing those long letters in the form of appeal to the King of Bhutan while I was in the 3rd grade, requesting that we be repatriated back home. My teachers would assure me that those appeals were mailed to the royal palace in Bhutan. Neither did I receive a response, nor I can say with certainty that my appeals reached the king. One day, one of our former neighbors in Bhutan arrived in the refugee camp and told us the regime had burned down our houses after we left Bhutan. I cried. I became mad at my mother. I am sure the wooden box containing my school supplies, including the book and a pencil, turned into ashes. This is what I have learned firsthand in life. An autocratic regime can burn down houses, books, or shut down schools. Nevertheless, they cannot burn down one's wills and wishes for those who make it out of the country safely. The refugees made countless unsuccessful efforts for repatriation. Well, the Nepal government failed at every level to convince Bhutan to take back its refugees. India continuously ignored our pleas. In 2007, when the US government, along with 7 other Western countries, announced the offer of third country resettlement, I immediately declared my interest. There were many rumors floating around in the refugee camp during the resettlement process. The most common was that the US government would drop these refugees in the middle of an ocean from the plane during their resettlement journey. A group of us decided to combat this by uncovering the facts so that we could inform the refugee community. I was part of a newspaper called The Bhutan Reporter alongside the Bhutan News Service, a news portal entirely produced by those who had been forcibly evicted from Bhutan. We fact-checked and wrote articles and published hard copies of the newspaper, which were distributed widely in the refugee camp. I nearly paid a heavy price for my work in journalism. An unidentified group inside the refugee camp opposing the offer of third country resettlement did not like my role in disseminating factual information. In April 2009, a few months prior to my resettlement, that group made a failed attempt to kidnap or possibly kill me. After this incident, I was always concerned about my personal safety. After the incident, it took about 2 years for my resettlement process to be done overseas. During the vetting process, I faced layers of screenings, interviews, and security clearances. When I finally got asylum, I was sent to the Bronx in New York, the first in my family to have been resettled. A year after resettling, in 2010, I got married to my girlfriend, and we moved to Raleigh, where I lived for a year. My beautiful wife, Rook, who is in this house tonight, and I were childhood neighbors back in Bhutan. Interestingly, my elder siblings in the family tell me that while I was a little boy, I used to insist I would marry her one day. If my siblings are telling the truth, well, then I guess I was always right. In 2011, I moved to Charlotte specifically to work with the refugee populations through an organization called the Carolina Refugee Resettlement Agency. Through my work, I have learned that irrespective of the geographical location, refugees share one thing in common, that they are human beings who do not have a place to call home and lack dignity as human beings. In 2012, I started taking part-time classes at UNC Charlotte, and in less than 3 years, in 2015, I graduated cum laude in international studies. I was fortunate to have become a naturalized citizen in 2014. Many people, when I do public presentations like this, ask me what it means to have become a US citizen. It means I now have a place to call home, a place to embrace freedom. It is a place where I can feel proud and serve the United States and humanity globally. I am immensely grateful to this country for giving me and close to 100,000 other Bhutanese refugees a new home. I can participate in democracy freely. I have no fear of being persecuted by my own government. More importantly, I now have a roof over my head and enough food on my table. I am relieved that my first grader daughter, who is in this audience tonight, won't have to grow up being with fear of being persecuted by her own government. We are teaching her to appreciate the US government and American people for giving a new life to her parents. Thankfully, my daughter does not have to worry about not having shoes. Talking about the stories of shoes, I have learned firsthand over the years that it is not necessarily the pair of shoes that takes your steps farther. It is the inner will and the willingness that does the magic. By now, all of my family members have been resettled in the US. Indeed, except for a few thousand still living in the camps in Nepal, waiting for repatriation back home, others have been resettled in 8 different Western countries, including a vast majority alone here in the United States. Aside from my regular work, I am also a part-time student pursuing my master's program in social work. The experience of refugees coming to the United States are often not heard of or well understood by the public. We often get lumped into a broad category that erases our complex histories and ignores the historical context of different migrations. This is why when the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History asked me to collaborate on a project to help share the stories of former Bhutanese refugees living in the United States, I welcomed the opportunity immediately. I recently recorded my father's own oral history as part of the Smithsonian project. During these interviews, I also had the opportunity to learn how these individuals were coerced also by their fellow community members during the political turmoil in the late 1980s and early 1990s in Bhutan. In conclusion, now imagine for a moment without having a pair of shoes on your feet. I have been there myself. As I live tonight in a pair of shoes that's providing me warmth and comfort, I continue to wonder how about 1,000 children of the approximately 7,000 Bhutanese refugees remaining in Nepal will have access to a pair of shoes. Thank you.
Can we please get one more round of applause for Mr. Thakur Mishra? Thank you so much for speaking tonight and inspiring us with your story of resilience. Now, get ready for our next set of amazing performances.
Sheila and Watson are continuing their investigation, completely unaware that Rohan was not actually kidnapped. They take their mediocre detective skills to the dorm room of Priya, Rohan's alleged girlfriend.
Hi, are you Priya?
Hey, yeah, I am. Who are you?
We'll be asking the questions here. We want to know more about your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? I don't have any time for that. I'm an RA, so I'm like responsible for people's lives. I barely have 5 minutes to talk to you before I have to run off to DSG Senate to cut funding for every club on campus.
Wait, you don't know who Rohan Gupta is?
Who the hell is Rohan?
He's just the biggest dog on campus.
Why are you in my room?
Brohan sang to you the other day.
That guy? I was in the middle of an orgo midterm when he pulled out his guitar and started rapping over Hello by Adele.
That sounds traumatizing. Rohan may not be the best singer, but this next group certainly is going to bring it. Give it up for Sangeet.
I can see clearly when you're gone.
Okay, so I've said this no shortage of times, but our search is getting nowhere. Everything's a dead end.
I'm really confused, honestly. I think we need to retrace our steps.
The beginning. Let's go back to the beginning with Rohan's mom. Manjula auntie?
Sheila, Watson, have you found my perfect, beautiful bachcha yet? Perfect? The pie cap dude?
Hey? We're working on it, I promise. But do you have anything more you can tell us about him?
Of course. Rohan, ever since he was a child, has been the most perfect son I could ask for. He was never involved in any of these drugs, shugs, drinking, shinking, or girls' shirls. He even had perfect grades.
I'm sorry, hold on. We're talking about the pie cap dude, right? The one that raps to girls and fails his exams. That one?
Hey? Never mind her. Keep going.
Anyways, Rohan has been involved in all of the artistic things in our community. He loves to dance and joined the Bhangra team at school, and he's a really great singer and would sing bhajans for all the aunties back home. He has the voice of an angel.
Does he still sing bhajans?
Of course he does. But actually, these days he's been into something else. Some singer named Saviti?
Who?
Saviti. You know, the one who sings Tap, Tap, Tap In? Speaking of tapping, please welcome Duke on Tap to the stage.
ਆਜਾ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਨੀ ਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਸਵੈਗ ਕੀ ਯਾਰ ਮਨੀ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰੋਲਦੀ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਟੱਕ ਕਰਦੀ ਬਰੰਡਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਟੈਗ ਨੀ ਆਜਾ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਨੀ ਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਸਵੈਗ
ਉਹ ਮੇਰਾ ਸੁੱਟ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਕਿਤਨੋਂ ਕੋ ਮਾਰ ਡਾਲਾ ਹਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਕੁੜੀ ਸਰਦਾਰਨੀ ਜੁੱਤੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਕੰਮ ਸਾਰੀ ਕੱਟਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਸਵਾਗਨੀ
ਉਹ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਸਵੈਗਨੀ
Drop it.
Watson, I think I'm sensing a pattern now.
Really? What?
So why would I tell you that? That's no fun. But I think we need just a little more information to calculate my theory.
Renuka auntie.
Come
And
on.
then Nikhil absolutely failed his SAT and he couldn't get into a single college.
Renuka auntie, we have a couple more questions.
Oh yeah, about who? Sunita? Nikhil? Amrit? No, this is definitely about Meera. She's been doing all these crazy drugs with all these crazy boys and failing her classes, and her parents too. Hi.
This isn't about Ria, this is about Rohan.
Oh, yeah, what about him? You know what? He's actually also been failing his classes and randomly disappearing.
Oh, okay. You've known him since he was a baby, right?
Yeah, he was a shaitan bacha, wreaking havoc at all the functions. But he had some good things about him too. He used to sing all the time, bhajans and whatnot.
Oh, Manjulanti also mentioned he loves singing.
Yeah, he's actually always wanted to pursue a career in singing. He told Chadpreet that, who told Ria, who told Amrit, who told her mom, who told Anjali auntie, who told her mom, who told me. So pretty reliable. You know, he couldn't really pursue any other career in the arts if we wanted to. He tried dancing. He was a little too uncoordinated, if you ask me.
That's really sad. I kind of want to switch up the energy a little bit. Please welcome Nakasai African Dance Ensemble.
Vile Kapachi mai chupako Ai Casablanca ni kata
You see this life I dey live, I dey try to get higher. In everything way I do, I dey try satisfy my soul. When you see from my cup, did you pull me the congas? When the girls and your guys are not there, but tell them say I am born. Because no sleeping too, no sleep.
Shake that thing, miss. Gonna shake that thing, miss. And I'm gonna shake that thing, yeah. Da. Jody and Rebecca, woman, get me thing. Just say that you don't stop when the beat drop. Just keep singing it, get drunk up, percolate anything you want because it's oscillating. But now drink me thing. Want to see you get life on the rhythm of my ride. I'm gonna live it up about the leg, fixing it. Yeah, nobody see I tell you nothing because you don't know your destiny. Now sexy lady, come on with us.
Watson, I think I know what's going on, but I just need one more person to make sure my hunch is true.
Honestly, I'm still so confused, but who do you want to bring in?
Last source, Priya.
You only have 5 minutes before I have to head over to my DUU meeting to plan Old Duke. Mr. Flocka Flame won't be kept waiting.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it quick. Priya, is there anything else Rohan said to you the day he sang to you?
Yeah. I remember after he sang to me and I kept doing my exam, he said, "Don't worry, Priya. One day you're gonna be listening to me when I make it big." And then he dipped singing to himself. And after that, he failed his exam. So I don't know why he's talking about making it big. He won't be a doctor like that.
Thank you, Priya. That's all we need. Watson, I think I know what's going on.
No problem. Honestly, I think you should leave him where he is. Thinking I'm his girlfriend, that pie cap bro is weird. Anyways, welcome to the stage, Sabro!
Let's go crazy. Let's go.
कलकत्ते तो ले आंदा गुजरातों ले आंदा गुजरातों संग मैनू करी जांदा बेबी कल रातों हाँ बेबी कल रातों कलकत्ते तो ले आंदा गुजरातों ले आंदा गुजरातों संग मैनू करी जांदा बेबी कल रातों हाँ बेबी कल रातों थोड़ा जा टिक्की लगदा टिप्पी टिप्पी लगदा मैनू ते की लगदा हाय नी तेरा
ओ मेरे कोके दे हैं चारों ओर चर्चे सारे आशिकों के दिल है मचलते ऐसे हिला दूं मैं लखनऊ मुंडे देखे जाए मैनू तक तक के मेरे कोके दे हैं चारों ओर चर्चे सारे आशिकों के दिल है मचलते ऐसे हिला दूं मैं लखनऊ मुंडे देखे जाए मैनू तक तक के
नी सुपना सच करन दे नी अज तू मच करन दे जानी नू टच करन दे
Break it down now. Come on, let's go.
Watson, I think I figured it out.
Okay, I don't get this. Why is gathering information about Rohan gonna help us figure out who kidnapped him?
But that's the thing. There is no kidnapper. I think Rohan decided to disappear from his family and friends.
What? Why?
Have you noticed the one trend in every story? He loves Saweetie, he used to sing bhajans, he sang to Priya. He loves singing. I bet he dropped out to do something in music.
Oh my gosh, and that's why he told Priya that when she would listen to him when he got big.
That's what she said. But yeah, that's what that meant.
Okay, well, where do you think he is now? Where could he possibly be recording mixes?
I saw a DJ booth back at the Pie Cup house. I bet Chad covered for him and didn't tell us.
It was at this point that Sheila finally realized that she was outsmarted by a frat brother that listens to Macklemore.
You're probably right. We should go.
Man, I wonder what kind of music he does. Seems like he's singing a lot of different styles. Speaking of different styles, Let's give it up for number 9 in the nation, Duke's own Bollywood dance team, Duke Ridden!
Down the chimney he will come with his great big smile, and you'll find that even the kiddies are swinging in a lady style.
Twice did I make up my friend. Look at these haters, they hating again. I know they don't like it, they taking it in.
Renegades, you should take a seat, save your energy. I try to heal the guys with a band-aid. In a time of need, you call your enemies. I landed in a visa and I need a visa. I ain't playing with you, this no mama me. I need a hottie toddy with a body, yeah. I just spit the knowledge, then I'm out of here. Watch me. Shh.
Let's go, boys! Dancing, foreign style!
Party over. Go.
मेरे होठों से धुआंधार निकलती है जवाली, जैसे जैसे बंदूक की गोली। मेरे जीवन की दशा, थोड़ा रस्तों का नशा, थोड़ी मंजिल की प्यास है। बाकी सब फर्स्ट क्लास है, बाकी सब फर्स्ट क्लास है, बाकी सब फर्स्ट क्लास है।
गिरेगा तो चिरेगा, छिपा तो मिलेगा, मिला तो मरेगा। जाग भाग भाग बच सके तो बच गया। आज है ये ज़लज़ला है, पूरे जोर पर चला है। इसमें दम है जो लड़ा है, कौन रह सका खड़ा है।
Paced around for hours on empty. I jumped at the slightest of sounds. I couldn't stand the person beside me. I turned all the mirrors around. I'm bigger than my kids cried out. Please stop, you're scaring me. I can't help this awful energy. Goddamn right, you should be scaring me. Who is in control?
Rohan, I found you.
Oh shit.
Rohan, you were gone for so long we thought someone kidnapped you. Explain.
Well, school was just so much, man. I was pre-med. I had so much pressure from my mom. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I'm not even passionate about pre-med. So you know what? I decided that I was gonna run away and do something I was actually passionate about. Music. Right? I've been in the lab for hours, coming up with a fire SoundCloud account username, which is user 65337828773669. Been mixing fire beats coming up with deep lyrics. Gonna make it up in the big leagues with Drake and 21 and J. Cole, baby. That's just a lesson to all you guys out there. If you're ever passionate about anything, work hard and you can make it anywhere.
Okay. So let me get this right. You were, this whole time, killing the game on SoundCloud.
Hell yeah. Y'all trying to hear some shit live? Hey, millions have paid thousands of dollars to see me, even crashing Ticketmaster for me.
Okay, like Loki, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, word. I'm gonna show you my favorite one. Play that shit. Daddy, 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 break a heart in your hand, what's the deal? No love is overrated, but you're not buying. Fire, Roy!
Oh my God, Rohan!
Priya, did you like the song?
I loved it. I'll finally go out with you.
Really?
No. I just wanted you to stop butchering my favorite song.
Okay, Watson. I'm not getting paid enough for that. We solved this one. What's our next case?
Well, Sanjana auntie just texted and said that her son got a 13 on the ACT and she thinks someone impersonated him.
Oh, shit.
Rohan decided to pursue a career in music. He actually he dedicated his debut album to Priya, and it won 3 Grammys. She was so moved that she actually eventually started going out with him, and they're now married. That was a lie. He couldn't remember his SoundCloud password and is currently living in his mom's basement. Priya actually went on to become a US senator, and she's married to an anesthesiologist. But let's hear about the others. Jadpreet actually grew up, and he's a father of 3. He just doesn't know it yet. As for our detectives over here, they went on to solve 0 more cases before being arrested for working without a private investigator's license. Thank you for joining us for Adventures of Sheila Holmes, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.
We hope that everyone's enjoying the show so far. We hope that everyone is enjoying the show so far. And let's give our MCs one big round of applause.
Next up is Defining Movement, but their piece this year takes on a more weighted tone. So to speak more about their set before they perform, let's welcome some of Defmo's choreographers of today's set to the stage.
Hello, everyone. We are members of Defining Movement, the group that you're about to see next, and the choreographers of this next piece. This year, Defmo's Awaaz set takes a more serious note with the hope to engender actionable change. The performance alludes to injustices women of all ages and backgrounds in South Asia face, including the painful realities of domestic violence and female infanticide. We want to let you know that parts of this piece may be difficult to watch, so if at any point you need to leave the auditorium, please feel free to do what is needed to take care of yourself.
We chose this theme this year because it is the lived truth of many women in and from South Asian countries. Often when discussing issues of gender-based inequality, it is within the context of empowering women. This is incredibly important and has led to the progress of women in so many ways, but perhaps more attention needs to be drawn to the horrors women face on a daily basis. To address this aspect, we hope to bring more focus on the responsibility of the perpetrator in inflicting pain and violating the rights of women.
Throughout this process, we are intentional about informing ourselves on the topic with the help of Karen. Karen is a nonprofit based in NC whose mission is to end the cycle of abuse and support and empower victims of domestic violence by providing culturally specific services and community-based resources of economic, social, and community resources. Defmo is immensely grateful for both the work that they do and for coming to Duke last month to educate us further on the topic we'll be showcasing today. Ultimately, we hope that this performance can play a part in the push for change and uplift South Asian women.
The music we chose today plays a significant role in the story we would like to tell. So if you'd like to read more about it, the translations and meanings are included in the program. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the performance.
ஒரு பொண்ணு எது செய்யலான்னு 5 இருக்கு, இதை செய்யக்கூடாதுன்னு 50 இருக்கு. எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிச்ச அந்த 5 நம்ம செய்யலாம், ஆனா நமக்கு பிடிச்ச அந்த 50 நம்ம செய்யக்கூடாது. அவ்வளவுதான். சிம்பிள். ஒரு பொண்ணோட லைஃப்.
தங்கமுன்ன ஊரு ஒன்ன மேல தூக்கி வைக்கும், திண்டுக்கல்ல போட்டு 2 மாட்டி போட்டி வைக்கும். குவாடி ராசாத்தி ஒன்னடியே காப்பாத்தி, ராசாத்தி 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 வாடி நீ வாடி அடவாடி ராசாத்தி. இப்படி வாசிங்க, இங்கப்பா மெதுவாப்பா. ராசாத்தி ராசாத்தி ராசாத்தி.
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੁੜੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹੋਈ ਆ دیਵਾਨੀ, ਉਹਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਰੋਲ ਕੇ ਜਾਨੀ। ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਦੋ ਆਦਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣੀਆਂ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਵੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਆ ਜਨਾਨੀ। ਕਿੰਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਹੈ ਚੁੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਉਤਾਰੀ ਹੋਗੀ, ਉਤਾਰੀ ਹੋਗੀ। ਚੰਦਰੀ ਉਤਾਰਦਾ ਦੀ ਮਾਰੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਉਹਦੀ ਤੇ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਮਾੜੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਰੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ। ਉਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਬੇਚਾਰੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ। ਚੰਦਰੀ ਉਤਾਰਦਾ ਦੀ ਮਾਰੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਉਹਦੀ ਤੇ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਮਾੜੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਰੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ। ਉਹ ਕੁੜੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਬੇਚਾਰੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ।
ఆకాశం తాకే నీ ఆక్రందనలు మనసారా వినువారెవరు, నిట్టూర్పున నలిగే నీ గుండెల దిగులు సవరించే మనవారెవరు. కళమారుతున్న జీవితం కలతలోకి జారెనా, కలలు కన్న కనులకు నీటి చెమ్మ తగిలెనా. ఏమిటి నీ పాపం, ఏమిటి నీ నేరం, చీకటి ముసిరిందే చిటికల్లోనా. నిందలు వేస్తారు, నిలువెలి వేస్తారు, ఆడదిగా నువ్వు పొరబడి పుట్టావు. మగువా మగువా నీ మనసుకు లేదా ఏ విలువా, నీ మనసుకు లేదా ఏ విలువా, నీ తలరాతలో చిరునవ్వులు కలవా, మగువా నీ తలరాతలో చిరునవ్వులు కలవా.
बातें बहुत हुई, काम शुरू करे क्या, कल क्या करेगा आज शुरू करे क्या। ये देश अपने हाथ, कुछ बातों से होगा ना, तू खुद ही है नायक तो शुरू करे क्या।
शुरू से शुरू करे हाल क्यों बेहाल है, ऐसे तो आजादी को हुए 70 साल है। हम आजाद ना फिर भी कभी सुनते ना खुद की, घर बैठे सोचेंगे मसले की तरकीब। कदम ले आगे तो पीछे ये खींचे, तू ज्यादा सच चुगले तो धरती के नीचे। अब नीचे ही रहना, हिम्मत से सहना, वो मारे वो पीटे तू कुछ भी ना कहना। हर जाति से छोटी यहाँ औरत की जात, दे दे जीवन की डोर किसी और के हाथ। यहाँ प्राण जाए पर मान ना जाए, दौलत की लालच हड़पती दुआएं।
बातें बहुत हुई, काम शुरू करे क्या, कल क्या करेगा आज शुरू करे क्या। ये देश अपने हाथ, कुछ बातों से होगा ना, तू खुद ही है नायक तो
शुरू करें क्या
Let's give it up one more time for Defmo's extremely moving piece. We as Duke Diya cherish our relationship with Kieran and admire the work they do day in and day out. If you would like to donate to Kieran's cause, please look in your program. We have one more act to close out tonight. Please give it up for our amazing class of 2023's Senior Bhangra. Can we get one more round of applause for all of our amazing seniors that performed in Senior Bhangra? And of course, thank you all so much for coming tonight to Awaaz 2022.
Thank you to all our student groups, choreographers, advisors, and everyone that performed tonight. Of course, thank you to Page Auditorium, Duke Venues, the Duke Box Office, and all the staff that worked with us for dress rehearsals, lighting, music, ticketing, and more. Special shout out to Leah Austin and her team for all of their help this week.
Thank you to Dr. Shruti Desai, Alex Espayat, our advisor, the Awaaz marketing team, Amal Gupta, Satya Yalamanchi, Diya exec, and everyone that's played a role in making this show come together. We also wanted to send a special shout out to the wonderful people at Kiran, some of whom are in the audience tonight. Seema Kag, Aparna Balakrishnan, Janvi Kulkarni, Nishat Fazil, Julia Charles, and Shaifali Cole. If you're able to, we would love and appreciate any donations to Kiran. Please look in your program to do so.
We also want to take a minute to say a big thank you to the seniors on our exec board. Rishi and Arushi, who were our presidents last year, Thalin, our Awaaz co-chair for 2 years, and our current VP, and Sweta, our current Awaaz co-chair. We are going to really miss you next year.
You guys are our second family, and your guidance and support have been instrumental. Arushi, you have such positive, radiant energy. Arushi killed it on marketing this year. That's why you all know about Awaaz. Rishi is like all of Exec's older brother. We love annoying him.
I love you, Rishi!
And Sweta has been killing it. She's so funny, so radiant, and has been involved with Awaaz for 3 years now. And Talin, the backbone of Diya, always a shoulder to lean on. We are really, really gonna miss you.
He'd win the Hunger Games.
Let's welcome back our MCs one last time and give them a huge round of applause. Thank you to these amazing MCs, Uha Reddy, Malika Kankare, Devanshi Pandya, Alec Mishra, Shreya Goyal, Shreya Mandavili, Sanjit Beriwal, Serena Raj, and Rohan Gupta for putting on an awesome show.
And thank you again to Akhilesh and Sweta for making this magical night possible.
please be on the lookout for upcoming Diya events on our Instagram or our website, which is also listed in your program guide. We have a lot of fun stuff planned for next semester, like Holy on the Quad and Diya Semi-Formal.
Thank you again for everyone who came. We are really, really grateful, and it means a lot. See you next year!